Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the coding order of a query compared to the execution order that happens in the database. So the coding order of a query starts always with a select, and then exactly after that you can put a distinct, and then after the distinct you can put a top. So this is the order of all those keywords, and then you can go and select like few columns, and after you specify the columns separated with a comma, you tell SQL from which table your data come from using the from clause. Now after that, if you want to filter the data before the aggregation, you can use the where clause, and this always comes directly after the from. And if you want to group the data, then you have to do it after the where clause using the group by, and after the group bys comes the having if you want to filter the data. And the last thing that you can specify in a query, it is always the order by. So this is the order of all those components of the query, and if you don't follow this order, you will get an error from the database. Now if you look to this query, there are a lot of things that's gonna filter your data. So let's check them one by one. The first thing that you can do is to filter the columns. If you don't want to see all the columns, you want to see only specific columns, you use the select, and of course you must use it. So the columns that you specify will be shown in the results. So it's like filtering the columns. Now there is another type of filter where you filter out the duplicates if you want to see unique results, and that's using the distinct. So this is another type of filter. Moving on, we can filter the result based on the row numbers. So we can limit the result using the top, but this type of filter doesn't need any conditions. It's purely based on the row number in the results. Now moving on, if you want to filter your data based on conditions, based on your data, you can filter the rows before the aggregation using the where clause. And the last type of filtering, you can filter your rows after the aggregation using the having. So as you can see, we have like 5 different types in how to filter the results in SQL. So now let's see the execution order. As we learned, the first thing that's gonna happen is that SQL gonna execute the from clause. So SQL gonna go and find your data in the database where all the next steps gonna be based on this data. Now the next step that SQL gonna do is that it's gonna go and filter the data using the where clause. This has to be happened before anything else. So before any aggregations and so on, we have to make scope of the data. So once SQL apply it, maybe some of the rows gonna be removed, and once the data is filtered, the third step, SQL gonna execute the group by. So SQL gonna take the results and start combining the similar values in one row and start aggregating the data based on the aggregate function that you have specified. So now after the group by, after aggregating the data, what SQL gonna do? Now it's gonna go and apply the second type of filter, the having. So based on the condition, the SQL gonna go and start removing few aggregated data away and keep the rest. Now moving on to the step number 5, finally it's gonna go and execute the select distinct. So SQL gonna go and start selecting the columns that we need to see in the results and remove the other stuff. And once the columns are selected, SQL gonna go and execute the order by. So SQL gonna start sorting the data based on the column that you have specified and the mechanism as well. So the data will be sorted differently. And my friends, the last step that's gonna happen in your query will be always the top statements. So based on the final results, SQL gonna go and execute the top. So here we are saying top 2. That means we want to keep only the first 2 rows without any conditions. So SQL gonna count, okay, row number 1, 2, and after that it's gonna make cuts and remove anything after that. So this is the last filter that's gonna happen, and as well the last step. So now if you sit back and look at this, the coding order is completely different than the execution order. In the coding, we have first to specify the select. Actually the select is gonna be executed just almost at the end, so at the step number 5. And once you understand how SQL execute your query, you can understand how to build correct queries.